This is another kids cartoon that was basically created in the 70s or the late 80s, and it's basically called He-Man or Hologram something. Some of these are prepped with more subtle clues on who may be behind the animations and storyline. Someone somewhere behind a desk or projector has to approve this content before it is widely distributed to the children viewers. Naturally, it was then, as it is now, an excellent tool in which to pursue the mind, as well as to this. With repetition, it's funny how the influence of these cartoons for young children is astounding. Not that I would know anything about, but this is what they were using. As we know with cartoons, they attack children because this is the main agenda that they love. Attacking children is a massive influence because generation after generation they'll just keep being programmed over and over. She-Ra happens to be He-Man's twin sister. And she too has an altar after she holds her magical sword and says, by the honor of Grayskull. She defends the crystal castle, jammed with pretty jewels, for jewel gem programming for kids. Of course, she has a horse. Bestiality programming, it gets better. She-Ra's entire crew is under the rainbow. Like many people say that the rainbow is basically used with Noah, but these in the industry basically use it as a satanic agenda. As we know, the rainbow with the gay agenda, and they basically twisted it to what it really meant. They perverted it. He-Man is just stuff with MK material, dialogue, imagery. He-Man is the Prince of Ethanol, who guards Castle Grayskull. More skull and bones interjection. Taking some time to actually sit and watch episodes. Comments relating to sexuality. Not only that, but Atom, who is He-Man before his glorious magical shift into Alter Persona. As we know with Alter Persona, Alter Personality, which is MK mind control, and the Illuminati, basically they have Alter Personality because it's a demon. The old person dies because it's demonic possession. Is wearing female colours, as we know. They like to push the agenda, basically, that men should dress in women's clothes and all that. They basically promote it in the media and films. What does God say about a man dressing in women's clothes? It's an abomination, and it really offends God because it is an abomination. But the Illuminati will promote the kids. It's great. After he raises his sword, just like his twin sister, he switches alters into He-Man, and of course the Knights of was multi crosses spread across his chest. And if you don't know what that means, the cross, the red cross on his chest, it's connected to the Freemasons, the Knights Templars. As we know, the Knights Templars, which are founded and were founded by the Illuminati, because they went to basically France, and that's how it all started, the Freemasonry, through the Knights Templars, as they basically promote it in Assassin's Creed. If you've ever played the games, you'll see that they're just full of promoting the Illuminati, and how they brought a film out about it, which is basically just to promote the occult even more, because that's what these games and that they do. Assassin's Creed is the most biggest occult game to ever exist, because it basically admits who's in power, it basically admits the occult, it basically admits that the Knight Templars are part of the Illuminati satanic agenda, because as we know, he basically, in the last one, I mean, there's so many that they brought out, and we wonder why, because it's just the agenda so they can promote the Illuminati. He basically has to stand before a court, and he has to basically be accepted in the Brotherhood, which is what goes on in the Freemasonry. They stand you, sometimes they'll basically blindfold you. That's what they do. They promoted it in films. They actually promoted it. They promoted it in a lot of films. The Freemasons. If you've ever known about the film with Johnny Depp, I think it's Jack the Ripper or something like that, you'll see they promote the Freemasons in it, because that's really who's in power. And as you see, what does this symbolize? You can see straight away what this is referring to. What is the lion, the dragon known as? You could probably just say it's a coincidence, but not with the cartoons. We all know this agenda. The lion, and the red simulates the beast, the Antichrist. This is basically what this is programming into kids' minds. You can look at the image of the Antichrist, the beast rising up from the sea. This is what this is basically promoting. The beast, the Antichrist. This clip is actually pretty wrapped. Check it out. He-Man and Get It On. Weird. As you see, we know the Roman Catholic wear them because it's a satanic agenda. Most of the popes are pedophiles, and I'm not going to say the rest because it's disgusting what they do. Catholic is not the same as Christianity, it never will be. And if you've ever seen the film Resident Evil, you'll notice that in the Roman Catholic, in the Vatican, you'll notice that they wear the umbrella logo, which is pretty messed up, because why would they have the same logo that's in Resident Evil? Because that's the agenda. This is what the Illuminati would like to do, a zombie outbreak, but it would never happen. Because it's impossible to create a zombie, it's impossible. You'd show the symptoms, which is basically rabies. You wouldn't go around eating people. That's just cannibalism. And as we know with other satanic cartoons like this, have exposed this in the past, this is a big, major one that has been Gem the holograms. Something tells me these Knights of Malta guys shouldn't be allowed with a mile of children. Exactly. I mean, God warns us that basically the Vatican is basically Babylon. It's the whore of Babylon. Fornications they created, where they abuse children and whatever they do. We know in the Roman Vatican they've got Lucifer in a painting, and they've got the Illuminati because they don't serve God. The Pope would actually be the Antichrist, and it's biblical proof, because the Antichrist basically sees himself above God, which is the Pope. The Pope sees himself above God, sees himself as Christ, Jesus Christ. That's the Antichrist. This cartoon ran from 1985 to 1988. 3 years worth of a cartoon about a girl who has magic earrings that turn her into a magical pop star, and her boyfriend is bumping with both of the girls who are actually one. Lots of secret keeping in this cartoon. In addition to subtle in the cartoon, we have Jericho, female version of Jericho, who is the daughter of a music company exit. She finds, and this cartoon as well, it promotes the Illuminati openly. So it says in 1985 they were promoting it. This is how long it's been going on. Longer than that. It's been going on since the 1700s, because this is how long they've been in power. In addition, who is the daughter of music company exit, she finds a hologram man called Sinir, who blesses Jericho with red earrings that will change Jericho into Gem. Click Gem to the references to Gem, son of Saturn. Gem symbolism is frequent with Lady Gaga, as we say. Why do you think that is? Because it's all part of her agenda. Lady Gaga is a sellout as well. We have multiple personality disorder after reference yet again in these cartoons, not to mention the influence and MK trigger gestures buried in speedy animation. Lady Gaga's outfit is a Baphomet. Not really a surprise though, is it? And we see she's trying to cover the one eye up, and again pole down. This is basically sexualization, most likely. Pole dancing, as you say. And this is a children's cartoon, as we say. Messed up. She links metals and color programming. Remember, revenge. Time is running out. Gem gets recruited from a talent show concert event very similar to Star Search American Idol fashioned programming display. Check out Jen's hand action as she sings, and of course we can't because it's been removed. But here it is, the devil horns. And those stars, you could basically say it's a satanic star, because it basically is. Because on the front of the cover of the DVDs of this cartoon, she promotes the one eye, and it's openly promoted. And actually MK'd friends or respond to the intentional MK trigger satanic gesture. Yes, even in the cartoons, and yes, it's fast. Notice how both of them do it. The reason they do it really fast is it sinks into the subconscious and you won't question it. Because if they put it up dead slow and leave that gesture up for about 5 minutes or something, you're gonna know something's wrong with the cartoon. You're gonna know they're promoting it. They flash it up so fast, so basically people that have been dumbed down by the Illuminati will say, oh, it's just a little gesture, let it fly. But that's what they want you to think. That's how they program children. A lot of cartoons of children's cartoons are full of satanic agendas. More fun MK programming with the lizard theme. Again, this time it's Conan the Barbarian cartoon. A group of hero warriors head off to the royal ball for some fun with the elites. Monarch of Curse obviously can't play it because it'll get flagged and removed. We all know why. Well, as we can see, it basically just look demonic. You got the pyramid there and some sort of all-seeing eye and demonic shape-shifting reptilian agenda. As we know, they promote the reptilian agenda, the lizards and that, lizard people and that. It's not lizards, it's demons. They lie and say that it's lizards. It isn't lizards. Because as we know with the Illuminati, and demons, it's a lizard slit eye. That's how you know when somebody's demonically possessed. If their eye turns into basically a snake slit. Well, this is the agenda, promoting the gay agenda, promoting the Revelation beast, which is the Antichrist, and the Knight Templars, as well as the female man dressing up in women's clothes. And you got the pyramid on the back of that keyboard thing. Yeah, ain't really a surprise. And you've got on the front of there, basically looks like a phoenix, or... But this is how they do it, predictive programming. So it's a satanic agenda, and this is just a reference to Lucifer. This is all this cartoon promotes. He-Man, Masters of the Universe. As you see, F Eternia, or however it's pronounced, located at the center of universe. The concept of a center of the universe is a mythological belief referred to as Axis Mundi. This is the belief that heaven and earth can meet in one place. History of the MOTU civilization includes an ancient culture called Osirians, derived from the Egyptian god Osiris. Now, who is Osiris? If you didn't know, it's actually Lucifer. That's why all these people like Drake, Rihanna and all that basically worship all this Egyptian symbolism. That's why they promote it, because Osiris is Lucifer. He just disguises himself. That's why many people get, because this is the agenda. Like, you'll see there's many other false gods that so-called were so-called crucified, like Jesus Christ. It's lies. There's only one God. There's no the Goddish and the Hindu God and all that, they're not real. There's only one God. There's only one true God. All the others are just demons. Because we know that. Because God, the Father of Jesus Christ, is the only true God and the only right God. These Egyptian gods were false gods. They were just... You may know that most of them are scared of cats. And we know why, because as we know, cats can basically see evil in somebody. They can basically see the presence of a demonic force. That's why they fear. That's why these demonic, they were really demons. That's why they feared them, because they knew that they could see the evil. But many people don't know this, because they've been brainwashed by they basically promote that, oh, it's just Egyptian symbolism. If you read the Bible, you'll know that this is where it all started. We know that basically Jesus Christ, God, tried to save the people in Egypt, basically get them out, because they were sacrificing everything and that. They were killing and all that. And God was trying to break them free because they were worshipping false gods. With advanced technology, within Ephron, there are many ancient sites and that have mythical powers and meanings. But as you can see, the snake, which is actually referred to as Lucifer, you see these little demon things here, and you see this demonic thing here. I mean, it just looks so demonic. Just looks like hell. Just looks like hell's erupting on Earth. That's all it looks like. As we know, lightning, what was lightning known for? Lucifer. Falling from lightning, Lucifer. Castle gravestone, skull, the castle that holds the power. Harnessed by He-Man's sword, there is a resident sorceress who goes by several different names and forms. She can use magical, and as we know, any magic is demonic magic. It's against God. Magical spells to transform into a falcon, and also project affinity to He-Man and other characters. She also wears snake-like armor. Yet another subtle detail of serpent worship found in this cartoon. She wears basically snake armor, which is a reference to Lucifer, so it's no surprise that they promote it on the front of a cover, the dragon. They basically promote the dragon and the snake, which is Lucifer, and notice though the snake's red. See, of all colours they had to pick red. It's because red is the colour of the dragon, which is Lucifer. And then you've got Snake Mountain resident of main villain Skeletor and his minions. This mountain features a large stone snake winding up its side of Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza is a Mayan ruin in Mexico that features feathered serpent carvings. things and shadow forms in worship of the snake god Kukulkan, or however that's pronounced. Snake Mountain stone serpent is actually the snake men's god, Serpos. The snake men inhabited the fortress before Skeletor. So as you see, another reference to Lucifer. Not really a surprise, is it? And you've got this in the background. We all know the Planet X agenda that they've been throwing around for the past years. See how there's two planets. We all know that they promote this agenda, that it exists, and we all know it doesn't, because it's connected to the Nephilim, which is the Illuminati. But as you see, looks like a dragon and looks like a snake. Lucifer. Notice how it's surrounded by lava. It's hell. It's Lucifer. At Nephilim Weather Station, a location that was owned by He-Man's father, King Randor. This place allowed King Randor to control the weather on the planet. So basically they're trying to play God. As we know, this is what the Illuminati do as well. They mess with the weather. It's called HARP. Basically, if you'd never heard of it, HARP Project. They have the technology. They basically come out and, like the holograms that they do, they've got the technology. They basically try to play God with the weather. On the planet there are similarities to Alaska's HARP antenna array that can arguably move clouds and control the weather here on Earth. See, good forces in MOTU. He-Man, this is the form that Prince Adam takes when he harnesses the magic of the sword. It is his super alas that gives him the strength needed to defeat Skeletor and other evil villains. Prince Adam surely takes his name from the earthly name of Adam. Adam was known in the Bible as the first man, but was also known to the ancient Egyptians as Atum, which was a sun god similar to Ra. Atum was believed to have been the first god, creating himself and emerging from the waters that existed in the world. She-Ra, note the use of Ra was an ancient Egyptian sun god, pagan, also known as Horus. Horus is Lucifer. As we know, Horus. This is all the agenda. It's Lucifer. Horus is Lucifer. And his demons. These are all his demons. Horus, he ruled the sky, earth, and underworld. Exactly. It basically just admits there that it's Lucifer, because who rules the underworld? Lucifer. And underworld symbols include a falcon, which is what the sorceress, the castle Grey Skull, transforms into whenever she has to leave the castle. All humans were believed to have been created from Ra. Another satanic agenda, Orko, a magical magician from a parallel dimension that helps He-Man fight Skeletor and his minions. His powers are usually not accurate, and his character is mostly for humor. So once again, the twist in the Bible, and basically making Lucifer look like the good guy, promoting that Lucifer is God. The agenda that they've been promoting and flying around for the past generations. Horus is Lucifer, Osiris is Lucifer. It's just the same person in a different disguise. As we see, false gods, they worship false gods. That's why all this symbolism that you see with the all-seeing eye, the owl, and that's all connected to Horus, because Horus is Lucifer. Because this is how it all started. That's why you see these basically Egyptian, like they say, monuments, or these carvings, they say, are from ancient aliens. No, they weren't. It was all created by Lucifer to brainwash people to basically never accept God. Evil forces of MOT, Master of the Universe. You'll know that there are vastly more evil forces represented by snakes and reptilians. Skeletor, the main villain and antagonist of He-Man, he's an evil interdimensional being who was related to King Randor. He resides in Snake Mountain and seeks to take over Castle Grayskull, so that he can harness all of its magical powers for evil. He is a sorcerer who can use magic, Lucifer, and as we know, a sorcerer was abomination in the Bible. A sorcerer would have been put to death years ago because they're basically performing demonic magic. Who can use magic, teleport, and communicate technologically. He also is a master of illusion and hypnotism. Now, who is the master? Who is the one that creates illusions? Lucifer. So many connections to the devil. It's no wonder this cartoon was basically let out into the public, because anything that promotes the Illuminati or loves the Illuminati will be promoted in the media, because we know the media is just it's all fake, and it's just an excuse for them to worship and throw symbolism up to Lucifer. So instead of calling it the music industry, they might as well call it the Lucifer industry, because that's exactly what it is. There's no songs about God or anything, and even if there is, they're not referring to God of the Bible, they're referring to Lucifer. They say that King Leader, hypnotism, snake man, humanoid snake beings that inhabited in ancient times. They created Snake Mountain and were directed by their leader, King Hiss. Their defeat forced them into another dimension, such that they were only able to partially exist in the dimension. This is the exact theory behind the reptilians discussed by David Icke and other conspiracy theorists. They claim that reptilian shapeshifters require a certain dark energy that is displayed by the human race through war, suffering, death, and depression in order to fully reach our three-dimension state. One thing, this is all lies, because we all know reptilians don't exist. It's just lies. It's really demons. We know that, because if you look it up, you'll clearly see that the demons, they're not reptilians. It's just servants of Lucifer. They basically promote reptilians because it's basically connected to lizards and it's connected to aliens. But in reality, it's just demons. It's what aliens are as well, just demons in disguise. three-dimension state. They can only exist shapeshift into our dimension as long as they have sufficient dark energy to do so. This is the ultimate reasoning for why the Illuminati are so obsessed with war, death, child abuse, etc. They need these forms of energy in order to pull themselves fully into our world in human form. This is just the basically insane agenda of the Illuminati, because they're so brainwashed. The people in power are actually demons. The leaders of the Illuminati are demons. They're just disguising themselves. They're basically saying that aliens, they might as well just come out and say it's aliens, because reptilians wouldn't come from another dimension. That's all the aliens. It's just the agenda to promote the aliens. Aliens are demons, and like I said, anyone that believes in aliens, no matter what, there's a creator. Something would have had to create them. King Kiss, leader of the reptilians. Cobra Kayan, ambassador between Skeletor and King Kiss. Rattler powers include a rattling tail, a deputy to King Kiss. Squeeze, anaconda with snake-like arms that could obviously squeeze his opponents. Snake face, snakes intending for this character freeze opponents. This is directly taken from the Greek Medusa figure. False gods, that's what these are. The false gods, that's what, as we know, they basically promote this agenda. They promoted it in the Titans. There was these things going around, basically turning people into stone. It's just a myth. There's no proof of this, and there never will be, because it never even existed, nor will it ever exist. It's just as you can clearly see. Why is it snakes? Because it's just a excuse so they can promote Lucifer. That's all it is. As we know, the film The Clash of the Titans, it's all just the agenda. The Greek gods are not real gods, and they never will be. Freeze opponents, snake face, merman, fish humanoid that controls the sea. This figure is taken directly from the Greek. Another mythology was the son of Poseidon in Greek mythology. Inaki, or however it's pronounced, that was the summary god with similar characteristics. The Dogon believe in the Normo, who was also a fish god. I mean, this is just the crazy agenda of the Illuminati, the insane agenda. There's only one god. There ain't no fish god. There's no such thing as these things, the lies and agendas by brainwashed, delusional people that are basically, and I'm talking about the people in the high up. The Rockefellers believe all this because they're brainwashed by Lucifer. Lucifer's promoted all this agenda into the mind, so they believe that it's real. There's no such thing as a fish god. There never was. They promote this in films to twist it, because they basically promote there's more than one god. There isn't. There's only one. The Bible proves that. There was only one God in the beginning, and there always was. It was called the Father God. It wasn't Lucifer, it wasn't Osiris, it wasn't no fish god. There was only one god. These others didn't exist. These are false gods. And God basically warned us about these false gods. The fish gods of ancient cultures had fish heads, which is similar to the headness worn by priests in the Roman Catholic Church, because it's a satanic agenda. The Roman Catholic molest kids, they perform child abuse on underage kids because they're sick and they're abomination. The Roman, as you see with the satanic cross, they've got Jesus Christ bending his legs, the cross is bending over. It's a satanic insult. That cross that he's got in his, and the Pope, is an abomination. It's an insult to God. That is a demonic cross. It's not a proper cross because, as you see, it's bending. It's a demonic thing. These people keep using that to insult Christ. They don't serve Christ, they serve... Well, that's why it's full of child molesters in the Roman Catholic, because that's what it... And many people basically associate the Roman Catholic with Christianity. It isn't associated with Catholic. Catholic believe completely different to the Christians. We believe different. Catholics believe different. The only way is Christianity. Catholic ain't the way. Catholic basically promote satanic stuff. They worship Lucifer. They see the self above God. That's why the Pope is basically if the Antichrist ever came, it would be the Pope, because the Pope doesn't have sex with anybody because he sees himself above God. Exactly what the Antichrist would do. There are many more characters and locations in universe, but I mentioned the most relevant many of the characters have different and hybrid character, as we know, the hybrid with the Nephilim agenda. Characters found in most ancient religious figures. There is much more to study if one is interested in the subject. The series broke several boundaries for children's entertainment. It was the first series to allow large muscular characters to physically punch and bring about violence. I wonder why that is, because the Illuminati allowed it. Because anything that basically promotes Lucifer, they're gonna let release, because it's the agenda. Anything that promotes Lucifer, honestly, if you want to succeed in the music industry, promote Lucifer, song will get released, because that's all it's about. You do anything praising Lucifer, because we all know that's all they do in the music industry and the film industry. They love Lucifer. Series muscular punch and bring about violence, and it also began the trend of focused advertising towards young children, which was more heavily regulated at the time. These depictions of violence and marketing are both Illuminati stables that are used to brainwash and implant these negative thoughts to reinforce Greek destroy empathy, meanwhile increasing their profits and lining the pockets of the Illuminati members. Exactly, this is the Illuminati agenda, which I've been saying for a while. This is the Illuminati agenda. They're making money off it. They're making billions of dollars off these satanic stuff. That's all they care about, because they control the banks, they control the money. That's why it's on the back of the US dollar, because they control it. And this is why they basically want everybody to turn away from God. They don't want anyone to know God. They want everybody living in sin day in, day out. This is part of the agenda. They never want you to know God. That's why they'll promote this Nephilim agenda, alien agenda, reptilian agenda, which we all know it's all connected to Lucifer, so they can't fool nobody with it. It's all their agenda. They'll promote anything they can to draw you away from God. That's what they do. Satan is a liar. That's what you gotta remember. Anything that comes out of his mouth is lies, and it always will be, because the only truth and the only true knowledge is the Bible. If you want knowledge and you want to know about wealth and that, read the Bible, because God's way is the right way. The Illuminati promote, oh, we can do whatever we want, we can be a millionaire, we can worship Lucifer and we're going to go to heaven. No. Occult symbolism in the G.I. Joe and Conan and the adventure cartoon series and clip from the movie in the 80s with heavy magical astral action. I mean, it doesn't really surprise you, because this is the agenda. I mean, it just says even in the 70s and that they were doing this agenda. It's no surprise. As you see, you got the agenda of the snake. This is just Lucifer, the serpent in disguise. But they want to promote that these were gods, because what has Lucifer always seen himself as? He's always been wanted to worship as a god. That's why he hates God. That's why he hates the children of God, because he knows that he'll never be a god, and he never will. And Lucifer just can't accept that. He thinks that's why he brainwashes that, oh, everybody else can be a god. No, they can't. Satan's just using people for his agenda, because Satan knows his future. He knows he's going to hell. He knows exactly where he's going, and he wants you to go down with him. That's why he's going to promote anything he can, any lie he can, because the devil is smart. The devil ain't stupid. That's why he promotes evolution and all that. And I want to show you these images, because this is even more proof that this cartoon is just completely demonic. Look at this picture. The panther, the snake, basically looks like a demon in the background. What is, you could basically say here, the woman simulates the whore of Babylon. The panther could be a sea beast. The snake and the dragon we know is Lucifer. I mean, look how demonic it is. Look how demonic it looks. Oh, and you've got here with this little beast. It's got a little eye. What a surprise that is. I mean, look at the background. Looks though it's like devil horns. Looks like a devil in the background. And then you got the Grim Reaper, which simulates death. This is just so demonic. It's demonic. As you see, this looks so similar to Revelation, doesn't it? It looks so similar. Look at the red background. The empire in the background, that is basically the beast kingdom. There's Lucifer's little beast. This is obviously the Antichrist. I mean, it looks so similar. I mean, look at Revelation. We look up you compare it to Revelation, it looks exactly the same. Revelation, let's see if we can find it. Where are we? Where was it? The Revelation, the whore of Babylon. Oh, if we put the Beast Kingdom. Oh, it's not gonna pop up. Or, I mean, we kind of get the point, but as we see, the whore of Babylon drinking the blood of the saints, you can just see it's just a reference to twisting Revelation, because it's what they do. It's what they do. It's part of their sick agenda. They'll twist the Bible because their agenda is they're basically on the side of the devil, and we all know that. But satanic cartoon, if you got kids, keep them away from the satanic horrible cartoon, because it's just very evil and it promotes homosexuality and all kinds of abominations against God.